Me, 8 years old, in the back of my mom's minivan holding a brand new copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And I'm just staring at this cover, right? I can't take my eyes off of it. I mean, look at the detail. This was the first time we could see the stitching on Mario's overalls or Link's tunic, the complex lighting on Samus's suit and Meta Knight's wings, as well as this guy. I don't know who that is. And it's so striking, like all of these beloved Nintendo characters are jumping out of purgatory to collect you. But I wasn't paying attention to any of that. My gaze was fixated on this little box down here. I just got to buy a game for teenagers as an 8-year-old, which is like half my lifetime away, all because the box says Nintendo on it. You guys are so freaking stupid. Depending on how strict your parents were, these little boxes tied to the stuff you were playing, watching, or listening to mattered more to you than the thing itself. Because if you tell a kid no M-rated video games until you're like 15 or whatever, what do you think the only thing on their mind is gonna be? Obviously Battle Wars Sex Criminal 5, brother! When I was a kid, I could only play games like Call of Duty and Halo at friends' houses during sleepovers, and that was the shit. I remember survival mode on Modern Warfare 3, you're shooting suicide bombers and dudes with chemical weapons, snapping the necks of attack dogs and gunning down helicopters, bro. It was some type of sensory overload. I had never seen something so inappropriate for a 12-year-old in my life. Stuff like this was a status symbol. You go to school the next day and say, hey guys, I play games with comic mischief in it. What is that anyways? It's like Tom and Jerry's shenanigans and they just call it that? Whatever, man. The point is, Icarus flew too close to the sun once. Don't do that. I remember playing Halo 3 at a friend's house, and I was kind of disappointed that all the aliens had purple blood. You know, I'm more mature than that, so I need something more graphic. So I said, let's play a different game. My buddy picked up a bunch of Xbox 360 games and started sifting through them, and all I was looking at were the ESRB labels, searching for the next huge leap, and what in the is this even legal to sell? Blood and gore, intense violence, sex, language, and drugs. This is like all 7 deadly sins rolled into one coming to claim my soul as their own. I immediately put the game back, like, I'm not playing that, I'll be scarred for life. Anyways, that game was Fallout 3. Yeah, ESRB ratings are goofy because while, yes, technically all of that stuff is in the game, it's like way less than they let on. When I read the words use of drugs, I'm thinking there's a full tutorial on how to synthesize amphetamine in the opening cutscene, or a painstakingly long scene where your character does for the first time, but they keep messing up the syringe placement. In reality, you open your Pip-Boy, select the goofy looking needle that doesn't exist, and go ploop. That's it. There's your drug use, Dad. I'll give them this. That warning did stop me from ever playing this game. Probably a good call, even if it wasn't traumatizing. New Vegas is the GOAT. But one day at another godforsaken friend's house, I wasn't given that option. So I don't know anything about Naruto, okay? But this kid was super into it, and he wanted me and my brother to watch one of the movies with them. I don't know what it is, so good luck finding it, editor me. All I remember is there were a bunch of dudes running at this wooden train thing, and they were all getting massacred by these volleys of kunai with blood everywhere. I might be overhyping it. I've only seen this scene once over half my life ago, but it was traumatizing, dude. I couldn't sleep without thinking a train was gonna send kunai through my window, or I was gonna get caught up in some sort of ninja drive-by while I was waiting for the school bus. Made me want to go back home and tell the family dog what I had learned. The word was respect. Just because you were TV 14 and I was close enough, doesn't mean I can't respect you as a traumatizing piece of content. Content warnings are powerful tools. Parental advisory stickers, I thought I'd get grounded just for looking at them. TV ratings? Son, that shit better be YZ or else I will turn you into a filicide statistic. Also, the way TV ratings just slowly fade in the top left was always unsettling to me for some reason. I remember the first time I flipped the channel and saw South Park, then thought, oh hey, this is a cartoon like SpongeBob, I should totally... To this day, I believe that the TV MA warning has it out for me and wants me dead. But let's be real, Gen Z kids like me didn't learn to say fuck every other word from violence in movies or sex on TV. Nah, our unbridled degeneracy came from unlimited, unregulated access to the internet, baby. Hey son, what are you up to, champ? Oh, nothing, just chilling on Cool Math Games as always. Oh, cool beans. Hey, why does the screen say George Bush shootout? There were no content warnings here. There was no distinguishable difference between Mario Teaches Typing and Super Mario Sex Tape. I watched this as a kid, it was so confusing. College humor, Gmod animations, Let's Players who say naughty words, Happy Wheels, you had parodies like Sonic for Hire, which I can quote entire seasons of like it's SpongeBob. Oh, here comes another motherfucker! Another glorious day in Ice Cream Land! And that's f***ing probably I fucking speak the way today, dumbass. Newgrounds, oh my god, Newgrounds. The Flash games you find on that site, some of them I feel are still too inappropriate for me to play today. You're definitely walking through a minefield searching for fun on the internet in the 2000s, but let me tell you, it was worth it. I got to be the guy who knew where to play Endless War 3 unblocked on school Wi-Fi because the district and Michelle Obama were 30 steps behind me at all times. This was probably a real battle. It's educational anyways. 7 days detention is way too excessive. Dog, when you get caught watching or playing something you're not supposed to, it is the most embarrassing and shameful feeling in the entire world. Not because you knew it was wrong and feel bad about it, no, it's because you've let yourself down. Something like SpongeBob robbing a bank requires discipline, responsibility, and care to wield effectively. It's a lot like martial arts or the Force. Letting it fall into the hands of the enemy, aka anyone older than 20, is absolutely unacceptable. You don't leave tabs open, you clear your search history. If it's physical media, that shit better not be under your pillow or somewhere the dog can get it. Are you writing this down because it feels like you're not taking this seriously? That's the thing. You know, when you're a kid, dumb stuff like this kind of is your everything. Sometimes I look back on my life and reflect on how much Mario screaming for Zelda while he's doing it with Peach in Bowser's bed shaped my personality and worldviews. I see the pedestal I put content warnings on as a standout example of childlike whimsy and wonder that I hope to never fully let go of. There's an adorable magic to sneaking off to play Call of Duty, worried that you're gonna get thrown in jail or the FBI are gonna blow up your house. I believe one of the most important things we forget as adults all too often is the appreciation of the little things, something that in practice has made me a lot happier. I keep thinking back to myself sitting in the back of my parents' car, staring at that T on the Smash Bros. Brawl box, mesmerized and entertained all the way home. We seemed to have it all figured out back then, even if we didn't know it. I know you can find wisdom anywhere, but I definitely never expected to get it from the little brat who spent all his free time playing fucking Electric Man 2.